Welcome back to Apollo City Comics, or anything and everything comic book podcast. Hey, what's up, Brandon?
Smooth intro. So
Damn, I said it fast and everything. It kind of just
yeah,
like,
you're ready.
whew,
Came in,
whew,
smile
right
and
off the
everything.
tongue. Dude, it has been a minute. Like
It
this
has.
beard had just started growing last time we did an
This one
episode.
never existed.
This is getting kind of like mighty and everything now. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
hyped
know.
for
It's
it.
literally been getting longer every time I saw you.
It's wild, dude. This is insane.
Hey,
I'm
enjoy
digging
while you
it.
can, man.
And dude, as it's cold here in the East Coast, I am enjoying it. Keeping me warm, not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
what's the temperature out there right now?
Today was kind of warm. But it's been in the 30s and 40s and whatnot. It's 40 degrees right now, and that's
Nice.
like warm. You know what
It's
I mean?
casually a nice cool 51 degrees Fahrenheit out here.
Ooh, it's gonna warm up actually. It's into the 50s and 60s. I don't know. It's kind of wild. I'm enjoying that. I like that weather. Kind of chilly, kind of cold. I feel it, but it's
I
not
like
like
it too.
killer.
I'm a winter person all the way through, personally.
I got to miss that whole entire like insane shitstorm that came through the East Coast.
Yeah, you just flew
yeah.
through it.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
well, I got trapped in El Paso. Not trapped. I shouldn't have said that. It wasn't a trap. I was pretty hyped to stay those extra couple days, but I was supposed to leave Friday, and then I didn't leave until Sunday, Christmas Day, and then I took off and I got stuck in Dallas overnight, and because of Southwest, all that disaster. Google that shit and learn about that. I was involved with it. It was a total bullshit. I won't go into too many details, but delaying your flight 6 hours until midnight, and then canceling it, and then telling you to stand in line for customer service. Fuck you, dude. But so I left Dallas Monday morning or Monday afternoon. Actually, my flight was later. I had to get a different ticket with a different airline to just get out and start getting home. So we took off Monday night, and I got into DC, whatever, like at 1:30 in the morning, and then I had to drive home, and I didn't go home till like 4 in the morning, like Tuesday. You know what I mean?
God,
Like
yeah.
it was brutal. It was insane. And then yeah, here we are, just trying to survive. And those were like 21-hour days I was like living off of. You know what I mean? You kept on thinking that you're gonna get close to your destination, and it just kept on not happening at all. But some great people helped me out, and that was the craziest thing about that trip, is that like the sweetest people in the world did things for me that they did not have to do, and helped me in ways that they did not have to help me, but like out of the kindness of their hearts, we kind of just hung out and stuck together, and they made that whole trip worth it, and they made me survive, you know what I mean? So like, and keep my sanity, so, and not have to navigate that alone too, which was really cool.
Yeah, it was a lonely trip, but you had like some random strangers just kind of basically just come in and save the day.
Fucking Christmas movie I lived through this last winter, man. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. It was fucking wild. But dude, we haven't recorded an episode since like November, and shit's just been
Yeah.
crazy. Shit's been off the wall. We've both been busy. A lot of life lately. A lot of life
Yeah.
this past year. We were just talking before the show, and looking at the episodes that we've recorded this year, it's like almost nothing in comparison. We started at episode 105, and this episode right here is like 132. We did like 32 episodes. And when you think about it, of course, that's a good chunk out of the year. There's whatever, 52, 56 weeks out of the year.
That's
I have no idea.
52. Well, 52, the comic series.
Yeah, that's what I think about all the time.
Released,
Yeah. The
one
weekly
issue
series.
a week.
Yeah. That's what I always reference as.
Yeah, that's like what we're short by like 19 weeks or so, give or take 20 weeks. Like you're saying, a lot of shit happened this year. I think a lot of it attributes to, in a good way, the anthology. First and foremost.
True.
Yeah, the anthology is probably like the biggest highlight, which we'll talk about. But like I've always stressed before on the show and always communicated with you, we both live human lives. Like you had everything going on. I consistently work like 50-hour weeks, and I try to be a friend to my group of friends. I try to be a partner to my girlfriend, and I got a cat. I'm trying to play video games while reading comics and trying to somewhat write something. You know what I mean? Like it gets hard.
Yeah, that's totally right. And this is one of those years that, life really took a hold. And I moved across the country this year, like I was traveling a lot here on the East Coast, and then the anthology picked up in a way that we never imagined. We thought like 5 to 10 people would send us stuff, and 80 submissions later, dude.
80 submissions, dude. I spent so many weeks. Not again. I was just like, man, there's a lot of independent comics to read.
Yeah, yeah. And it took, us hours on the phone with lesser known comics, just trying to figure out what we narrowed it down to and the reasoning and the future planning and how everything's going to work. It kept on getting bigger and more, as like the deadline was coming to a close and you think it's going to get easier, like more tiny things bubbled up more than anything else. And
Yeah.
those tiny
Oh
things are
God.
really what like kind of threw us for a loop, and we learned a lot of lessons and a lot of preparation, and
Yeah.
now we know a lot more than we did like a month
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, dude. Don't get me started. How I thought for some reason it automatically submitted some submissions onto our Google Drive,
Oh
but there was like a whole list that you were going off of, and I was going off the Google Drive. And you're like,
yeah,
"Hey, did you go through the submissions of them all?" Yeah, man, I got through them all. And then you're like, "They're all here though," and I was like, "Oh shit. When do you need them? Next tomorrow? I
yeah.
got you."
Yeah, dude, you spent hours setting up the sheet to make it like us easy for us to fly through, and just a lot of last minute things trickling in, and it's just been insane. And we'll be reaching out to all the creators. I know I've been saying that for a while, but again, my life got crazy. If you've checked the Instagram, I've kept you guys pretty updated on some like life stuff going on, so that you're aware that we're not just like sitting on our asses on the anthology. Just we had to take care of some family stuff, and then the holidays hit, and it was kind of wild for all of us.
Yeah.
But we do have the final selection chosen. We're getting the last bits of information we need so we could reach out to everybody and make a formal announcement, and then start planning for volume like 2, which is wild because there's definitely going to
Three.
be a volume 2 and 3. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of news coming out of it, and I think everyone's going to be really happy. I know it's taken some time to get to, but I think a big part of it, we wanted to publish people. We wanted to give people an opportunity to make comics, and we were hoping for a small bit, and we just got such a big proportion, and we get to like really work with a lot of creators and really, help them get out there and get their name noticed and printed by lesser known comics and by Comics Wellspring quality printing. Like it's insane. There's some stuff with the printing company we have to yet to announce to get finer details on too, which is really cool. But we do believe that the Kickstarter for Volume 1 is going to go up in March, and that's going to be awesome. That's it's kind of funny saying that before all the creators know they're going to be a part of it yet. But that's our goal, is to have a March Kickstarter, and then we'll have a second one later in the year for Volume 2. So it's a lot of cool stuff, and we're really happy, and we're just shocked and just honored by everyone's entries and time and devotion, and wild
Yeah.
stuff.
It was.
I
It was also, it's kind of like, to circle back with this episode. It's also just kind of like looking back in retrospect. Every year we've always done like a recap episode of just kind of like, this is how the year went. This is what we want to do next, or
Yeah,
whatever. And I think the second year. Are we on our third year now? I can't even remember.
I don't even know. I mean, it's 4 years technically. We turned 4, so but you and me
Yeah,
are
but
on
three
year
years
3. Or
for us too. Yeah.
yeah,
So going on with year three, it's just one of those things that's like, we just wanted to have a book club, and we were
yeah.
just like, oh look, people want to talk about their books, and then look at us now.
And I want to check this out actually. You came on an episode 30 basically, and that was April
hmm
30th, 2020. Um, yeah. So however long we're at, what, 2022? It's only been 2.5 years.
2 years and like 9 months.
Yeah, yeah, we're
Yeah,
circling that. I teach
3 year
how
mark. My
to
third Apollo birthday is coming up soon.
Yeah, exactly. So that
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, in April. Okay, cool. I'm glad that I had that solidified now, because we got to mark that on the calendar.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that's kind of wild. Like, and Apollo turned 4, and when it turned 3, there was a giant pause because of some life stuff, and that's what made this whole year kind of go on. Our first episode this year was in February. You know what I mean? It was kind of crazy for us to even start that late in general. Um, but is there an episode this year that stood out to you a bit that you enjoyed?
I have the list right here. Let me look at it real quick. Just well, the birthday bash was fun, just because I'm going to be greedy for a second.
Yeah,
Um, that was great. I think anything that had, if we're being honest, this is completely unbiased. I'm trying to be unbiased with all the guests that we've had on the show.
Of course, yeah, because
But
all of them were just this year was
yeah,
phenomenal with guests.
everybody's awesome. But honestly, like anytime we bring Ryan on, dude, like it's just like
the coolest
that
thing ever.
man. I respect and love him as a person and just his passion for Marvel comics and Thor. Like he's that kind of guy that, hey, what happened in like issue 45 of Journey into Mystery? He'll be like, oh, this happened, or like he's the kind of guy that's like, you don't know that villain? He was obviously only in 2 issues, like, but
I
he's
love
nice
that.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yes,
Like
exactly. Like he
he's
has
like the
that
biggest sweetheart.
knowledge, and he's just like so sweet. Because I remember I forgot what we were recording, but we were doing something with him, and I was like, "That is the goofiest fucking villain ever," and who cares about that? And he's like, "Actually, that's the dopest fucking villain ever," and I will tell you why. And then he
Yeah,
just like talks about it, and I'm like, "I'm sold, dude! Like, holy
yeah,
crap, you
exactly.
just totally spun me around on that."
But we guest featured on his episode for a villain issue. And
Yeah,
this year was the year we were doing the origin issues for a while because we were like
yeah.
we weren't sure what to do, so we just kept reading like Hulk #1, first appearance of Thor,
And we
first
got to do
appearance
more
of
of those because those are
yeah.
just informative for us. You know what I mean? Like stuff that
Yeah,
we
they
didn't
were.
know.
And those were fun because we were reading like the goofy ass like old like Silver Age shit from Marvel and some of the like Golden Age stuff for DC, and like that was fun for me. That's like that block of origin stories I think was the most fun I had.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
Um Again, me being, can't not being able to decide, but my birthday episode was fun because we got everybody together for Daredevil. And us doing the Sandman issues
Oh yeah, dude,
because
that
you
was a good
kept
one.
bullying me to read it, and I finally read it.
Yeah, I know. And what
Yeah,
a show, dude. God damn, I need to rewatch
yeah,
that. So glad it got renewed and like a call for season 2 because they were taking way too long to announce that shit. It's kind of peeving to be
right.
honest.
So
Uh,
to be difficult, the origin stories. Shout out to Ryan, and then our Sandman and my birthday. That's the top 3 for me.
I could take those, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, I remember having a fucking blast on that Punisher commentary.
Uh,
I forgot that we did that, dude.
that was this year.
That was this year. I didn't
Oh
realize
my
that.
god,
Yeah.
dude, we gotta get Nick back on for the
I
movies.
know, man. Like, and even the Mask of the Phantasm one I thought was pretty great because I realized that like that's how my like fiance split with me, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm Batman. Like, this is beautiful. Like, this is the movie that calls to me now." But the Punisher one is the most hilarious
Yeah,
fucking
that was
movie.
fun.
It was fucking brilliant. But the first issue stuff, I'm glad we did that because, like I said, like it was informative. And reading Immortal Hulk and whatnot recently, like we've both been reading it this year, it kind of gave it more context just out of one issue. As we read Jason Aaron's Gore, the God Butcher stuff with Ryan, we guessed it on, and that was the beginning of this year too, actually. Um, we sorry, Charlie distracted me. We did the first appearance of Thor, and we found out that the name Gore comes from issue 1 of
Yeah.
or whatever, Journey of into Mystery. Um Man, and then I don't know, it's one of the things I can't even say what our best interview was because fuck, they were so cool. Like we had some of the most interesting people and creators, and I really encourage you to listen to some of these interviews
Oh,
because
sorry. We did Digital Lizards of Doom this year for
yeah, that was this year
Yo,
too.
dude, yeah.
Yeah, with
That was
Gabe. Yeah.
Gabe, yeah, dude. I remember loving him on the show. I was like ready to take him out on a date. Remember I told him
Dude, yes,
that?
like and then like David Lujan, like
Yeah.
for Yuriko, Drew Edwards, like and then we had the guys for Time Dog and man,
Yeah, that was awesome too.
that was a fucking great one. All of the
Yeah.
people we met this and we didn't know these people and
Oh,
um
it was
it,
through lesser known and just kind of like cons.
yeah, yeah, literally once I went to Baltimore Comic Con, I got more networking through there. And that's how we had like a flood of them towards the end of the year and everything. But also Dan Price and Casey Allen for Bigfoot
Hmm.
Knows Karate. That was
Probably, yeah. That one
one
was
of the
awesome.
one of most. We were that was one that we kind of went in nervous because we just kind of went in completely blind almost. Like
Yeah.
we had very small interaction before that. It was like here's what our book looks like, and we got to check it out beforehand. And then we were just told everyone else we kind of there was some familiarity, and that
Yeah.
was just
Oh, don't forget David too.
yeah, David. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Yuriko. Like that was
yeah.
also Leia from Sour Cherry Comics.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that was awesome being able to interview her right when she's basically opening.
Yep. And then we also had Christian, the animator,
Yeah.
and all of his stuff. That was one of our first interviews this year. And I forget that. I thought that was last year for some reason.
It all like we had so many people come on. It like unfortunately it kind of blurs together because it's just like it's a speed run like one week after the other. It's just like next person, next person. We're trying to make sure like we're reading all their stories,
Yep.
and you got so many different genres and creators and store owners. It just keeps going.
And then when we do it weekly and we're consistent, it yeah, like you said, it happens so fast. You can't believe it.
Yeah.
Any books that you read this year that like might have stood out to you?
Any books? As far as like single issues go, all bias right there for you. Daredevil has been strongly considered. I mean, Chip's been on fire, dude. Like,
Dude, this was the year of Chip
yeah,
Zdarsky, honestly. Like I think I've read more Chip Zdarsky this year than ever.
yeah, for sure.
'Cause
But
yeah,
Batman
Batman's
and
fucking
Daredevil have
sick.
been sick.
Oh.
Miracle Man came back,
Miracle Man
which
came back,
is
which is fucking
great.
insane so far, dude. Holy crap.
Yeah,
I think the first 2 issues only are out. Issue 3 just came out.
yeah. And then I Hate Fairyland. I was just telling you how I'm reading that. Three issues have come out already. That's a big comeback. As far as things for me that I wanted to read standalone, I don't know. I think I read a lot of single issues this year. I didn't really get a chance to catch up on anything like in my collection. I did buy that Grayson omnibus.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that I was just telling you, I couldn't decide.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no,
'cause
for me it was kind of hard. Like I was just looking at my Goodreads to see what I even went over. I guess I read Strange Adventures this year, and that was fucking amazing. Crossover. Did you finish reading Crossover this year too?
I did.
That
Yeah.
was cool as shit.
Yeah,
I really
read
enjoyed
I read
that.
the single issues. Yeah, that was awesome. They had that weird random like cameo from what's his name? The dude from Black Hammer, the crazy
Yeah,
like old man.
yeah.
God, oh no, I did read something. I marathoned the Ninja Turtles comic.
Oh, that's right. You got really
Yeah,
into Ninja Turtles this year, like out of
I
nowhere.
did. I read the IDW series, and I don't know what's a good margin to go off of, but I read the first 5 or 6 hardcover collections.
Oh shit, that's
I
cool.
read it on
Damn, that's a
Comixology.
lot. That's a whole
Yeah,
lot. Yeah,
I read it all on my plane ride to Philly and back.
that's
But
right.
not the whole series, but I read like equivalent to like I want to say like 1,600 pages of Ninja Turtles comics.
It's a good omnibus size. Of
Yeah, I
Ninja
went in,
Turtles.
and there's still more coming out. But that's what I marathon this year. Now that I
Nice.
look back at it, that was June.
I did all of Jason Aaron's Thor run, and I caught up like right at the end.
How
I've
long
read
is
all
that?
of it. I don't know. I did it. I had each volume of the complete collection, and there's 5 volumes for it. And there's about 20 issues per volume. I want to say.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sounds
so you
about
read
right.
about 100 issues or so, give or take.
Yeah, yeah. That was pretty solid. Also, Immortal Hulk we both read this year. That was just fucking insane. And we got to finish reading
No,
volume
I started
5.
it. I didn't finish it.
Oh, you didn't see? Okay, what
I
volume
didn't
were you
finish
on?
it. Still, I think going into the second.
Oh shit. Okay,
Because
never
yeah,
mind.
because like I said, Ninja Turtles, dude. I don't know what
Yeah,
it was,
just
but that IDW series is fucking crazy good. Like, shout out to that series for real.
I'll check it out. I'm gonna have to at some point. I started reading a lot of Punisher this year, but I'm not gonna really highlight that as one of my tops. However, I read fucking Hawkeye like in 3 sittings.
That's right. You finally read Hawkeye.
Dude, that was mind blowing. Like I
Yeah, you
can't
never
wait
read it
to
before. That's right.
I can't wait to reread it. Like I can't wait to reread it, and we'll talk about it on the show or something. It was fucking cool.
Mm.
Um, I read the Tom King book, One Bad Day, the Riddler one. That's the only one I got really.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I read that too. It was cool. I tried reading the other ones, and they're just kind of too long.
that's why I didn't pick up any of them. I just took the Tom King one. But it's funny. You had told me you're like, dude, it's dense. Like
Oh, that's right. I remember telling you, like, I started reading it, and I was like, man, this shit kind of keeps going. Like,
yeah. And then I picked it up, and it's technically like what 3 issues in one, 64 pages or so. But
there's a lot packed in there.
there's a lot packed in there, and I remember reading it, and at first it kind of starts off kind of okay, and then you're like, whoa, I'm fucking running out of breath here, dude. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, you fucking
What
do
is he
that.
said that one time? You're like, man, I'm just trying to read a comic, dude. Like,
Yeah, like,
like chill, bro.
my final highlight of the. I've read a lot this year. If you want to follow me at Goodreads, people, you can see what I'm reading all the time.
We
I
should
do
I
follow
should
my.
follow we should follow each other on
How
Goodreads.
do
That's
we
what we should
not
be doing.
follow each other on Goodreads? I didn't know you used
I
one. So.
I recently downloaded it.
Oh,
I'm looking at my
okay.
phone.
Dude,
Yeah,
we'll,
I
we'll do a
literally
reading
downloaded it like 2 days
challenge.
ago.
We'll set up a reading
Oh,
challenge for 2022.
shit.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to single issues, I'm gonna win. But for backlogs, you're better at me than that.
I do them by arcs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's how I do it. We'll talk about it off the show. Yeah, but we'll get this
yeah.
going. Yeah. But Fantastic Four Full Circle.
I still need to read. Oh wait, is that the one where it's like their history?
No, that's
No, no, it's the
what's that
Alex
one?
Ross one.
That's Grand Design. Grand Design's a history
Oh,
one.
Grand
I
Design.
haven't
Yeah,
read that one yet. We should cover that on the show. I have
I've
it.
read the X-Men and Hulk one.
I haven't. I've read the Hulk one. That was a great one this year. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But the X-Men one I have sitting there. I haven't. I got them all signed by Ed Piskor at Baltimore, and I got to read them now.
I got them all by the issue actually. Now I think about it.
Oh, okay, nice. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah. Me too. Me too. That's how I have them. Yeah.
nice.
I got to read them soon. That's on my giant stack. That's like waiting to get to. But Full Circle was amazing. The art in it's spectacular, and Alex Ross just killed it. And his references and everything he does
Mhm.
for it are so good. I love it. Just love it.
Yeah, I gotta
Loved
read
so
it.
much.
I got it for free, the
Oh shit!
hardcover, because
Nice.
I get points at my comic shop, and I was all,
That's
"Word, this
right.
just released," and I was like, "I got it for
Did
free."
you get the slipcase one?
I did.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's worth
I
it.
did.
That's
I
dope.
did.
I got the slipcase
Um,
too. Yeah.
yeah, it was only like $25, $20. That's like, not the worst.
It's worth it. It's
Yeah.
100% worth it if you see it on the stands. And I guess
Um.
to end the year, I guess I haven't read it yet, but we have our famous
Oh
Spawn
God, yeah.
Batman
I
crossover.
so I got lucky because if there's one thing you know about me, I don't buy variants, and if there's one thing, I'm very open about having OCD, especially when it comes. All comic collectors have OCD. I'm
yeah, to
calling
an
it.
extent,
Like,
yeah,
nothing against it. I'm just like, if you're collecting comics and organizing them, you have to a certain degree, need to like have things in order.
yep, exactly.
But I hate buying variants, and I hate not getting the original issue or original cover. I don't care if it's the ugliest fucking thing in the world. I will buy the original cover if it says cover A or whatever.
Really,
Like,
damn, I'll
I
make a choice at that point. Like
no man,
I'll break my thread of covers to be like,
I
I just want
can't.
the
It
cool one.
kills me. Like, I think I came on late to this, so my I Hate Fairyland issue 1
Uh huh.
is a variant,
Oh shit.
and now I got to go on eBay and buy the goddamn original.
I mean, you could always check out Coffee and a Comic over at
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
coffeeandcomic.com and see what he has in stock, and he'll probably even be able to order it from you if it's in a certain time frame, and you get
15% discount code, right?
Yep, that's right. We
Yeah.
forgot to do it at the beginning. We just jump started. That's how bad we
slipped.
are. It's been a while. Sorry.
We slipped
Sorry,
it in there.
Frank.
Don't worry.
Um, yeah, I mean, so yeah, we'll everyone should set up a Goodreads and follow our accounts, and we'll fucking
Yeah, that'd be
post our
cool.
screen names up and see what we can knock out next year. I already have some stuff listed.
Can you put single issues?
You can.
Oh God.
And I did that one year, and I read like five. It was during COVID, and I read like 500 books or some bullshit. You know what I mean? But that's when I was like, I'm not going to do it one by one because it was just reading too much. So that's when I started doing it by arcs, or I would see what that trade or volume consisted of, and I would just do it like that. So it's just less input, and I could just like, oh, I'm reading this arc, and it forces me to read 1 through 6 or 1 through 10.
Yeah.
That's how I'm getting through my Garth Ennis Punisher Max series. I'm going by the Goodreads collected editions.
Oh, I see.
And so I have them all single issue, but I'm reading them by the collected edition. Issue numbers. Yeah, so it kind of keeps my head in track. So if I take a break, I'm like, oh, well, I'm on volume 4 of the collected edition, but like it's issue.
It's easy to like
31.
break off and then come back later.
Yeah, exactly.
What else? I'm like a third or halfway through the audiobook of Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
I really love that series. I've went through Girl with Dragon Tattoo and The Girl
I
Who
have
Played
that
with
book.
Fire.
I got to read it. Nice.
Yeah. They're both. I have the hardcovers, like the old collection,
Uh-huh.
and I also got the audiobooks because the narrator is fucking killing it.
Oh shit.
Or the guy that reads it.
I listened to my first audiobooks this year, and it was just Sandman, but I mean it was my first still.
They're kind of addicting, like I don't know. I like audiobooks.
I tried doing a Stephen King one, and I really got into it. I just fell off track. It was maybe now that like I'm not working from home anymore, it'll be better for me. But it was just hard for me to focus. I'd have to really focus in on it. But that's what I should do at night when I'm too tired to read. Just put on an audiobook.
I'm one of those people where audibly I remember things better if I hear it.
Oh, okay.
I've noticed that because I used to. So here's a little cheat I used not cheat in college, but a little hack I did where in order to get through the novels, I had to like read for school. I was
Uh-huh.
because creative writing major, as you know, like you read like 3 books a week. I used to get the Kindle version and the audiobook version because they can combine and it highlights the text as you're listening to
Oh,
the book.
that's
And I used
cool.
to, dude, to
It's
get
like
through books.
listening to a book with closed caption. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that sounds
basically, yeah.
fucking sick. Yeah.
And I used to listen to the book on my commutes, like to work,
Oh,
to school, because you can't read a book while driving. You can't. It's hard to
yeah.
like read a book when you're like walking to the bus stop or whatever. But
Yeah.
like I used to listen to it, and then when I'd have something important that I needed for school, I would go into the like Kindle app and highlight it and bookmark it.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah.
dope.
So
Nice. I gotta try
yeah,
that out too. Yeah, just to get me more into it because I like reading it a lot, but sometimes your brain can't process it. So
yeah.
if you're listening and reading it, that sounds like you're gonna blast through books even faster. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And they have novel versions of Marvel comic arcs, which is really weird.
Oh wow. Well,
You
yeah,
can
there's
read.
some DC
Yeah.
books like that. I have a No Man's Land book that's like super short. But there's also like an
That's,
extended novel version, and then there's some a Kingdom Come one too. I gotta hunt that one down.
oh yeah. You should probably. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I forgot about
it's
that
pretty.
one.
It's pretty awesome. But
I mean,
oh no, go
what?
ahead.
No, go for it.
No, I was gonna say, but I don't think I've ever read any of those. Like, or actually read the novel version.
No, that just the like I think it was like a kids version. I don't know. Like
Hmm.
it's not like you do a kids version of No Man's Land if you've ever read that shit. It's fucking brutal. But it's like just like a small trade, but there's like a you know those Star Trek novel, Star Wars novel size. Like that there's
Hmm.
one of that of No Man's Land too. Um
Nice. A kid's version of No Man's Land. That's kind of strange.
yeah, it's like I gotta where is it? I think it's in the living room. Is it?
Did you
Yeah.
did you get any
Yeah.
comic book shit for Christmas?
Um I didn't get comic book shit unless I bought it myself. But I did get a Millennium Falcon wireless phone charger, which is dope as shit from my friend Sam. And it even like lights up in the back and this is pretty sweet. And then I also got Fallout New Vegas with the DLCs. I'm gonna try replaying New Vegas this year. That's gonna be one of my
I've never
missions.
finished that. I need to.
It's I've heard it's still the best Fallout game,
People
but I
say it's the
love
best
Fallout.
one. It's the best
I
written one.
but like Fallout 3 was amazing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know. Um, what about you?
I got my girlfriend came through and got me some Spider-Man soap, official
Hell yeah.
Spider-Man soap from Dr. Squatch, which
Hell yeah.
smells amazing. This is not an ad for Dr. Squatch, but man, dude, their soap like really kick ass.
You always get that Dr. Squatch soap. I really gotta try it out,
Dude,
honestly.
it's got like no, it's all like natural ingredients and it smells great. Someone thought I was wearing cologne, and I was like, nah, that's just my soap.
Dr. Squatch.
Yeah,
That's what I
but they have a
got.
Spidey scrub.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
I
then
gotta try it out.
she got me a book that says "I choose you every day and always." I need to get through that. Nice, cute
Nice.
little hardcover.
And you were doing this whole like Pokemon like thing all year too, huh?
Oh yeah, for my birthday, she got me the Pokemon Advent Calendar, and
Nice.
basically, just like any other Advent Calendar, you go through it each day, or I guess you could open them all at once. But each day, I was kind of having fun with it, and just like doing like an Instagram story of like each card I got for each day or whatever, you know. And it was like booster
Oh,
packs and keychains and all shit like that.
how cool. That's super
Yeah,
rad, dude.
that was
Um,
great. I was having fun with it.
oh, I think I found this Kingdom Come book. I might buy this. Sorry, I didn't make sure I bookmarked that.
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna look into that novel. Dude, that's cool. I was following that like your little postings about it, and it was just such a nice setup. You know what I mean? Like it looks sick as
Yeah, I
fuck.
kept adding more Pokemon random shit in the
Yeah,
background.
exactly. I like how I was growing with every single video you were
Yeah.
doing. But Yeah, holidays were wild this year, man. Definitely a better year than last year for me, and it was great, and it was so well worth it. My trip back home was just beautiful, and I needed it, and got to stay with my best friend the entire time, and him and his wife, and hung out with his kid Harrison that I just love the fuck out of. That you guys all saw on Instagram. I'm not really a kid person, but that kid has my heart
There's
so
always like a
much.
few like little kids that are like, okay, I guess you're kind of cute.
Yeah, yeah. This
Yeah.
is this is the first child I've ever had like any sort of love for in my life. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
I'm not a little kid person either. They kind of freak me out.
yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not great with them.
Just like, you're like fragile and small. Get away from me.
They're
Like,
like I can't talk about. Have you read Miracle Man? Like, what are you 4? Go read Miracle Man. Like,
I know, right? What are we gonna talk about? Like, want
yeah,
to play some Halo?
yeah, exactly. Come on, kid, grow up. Like, get some Star Wars on. But speaking of growing up, Apollo. We did title this the end of Apollo City Comics 2022, just because we're signing off for the year. That's literally all this means. We're not going anywhere. We have a lot planned for next year. We have the anthology, and we have a bunch of killer episodes for you. Speaking of Kingdom Come, we're gonna be doing Kingdom Come soon. I think that's gonna be the first thing
Yeah.
we do and tackle.
Well, we said we were gonna redo some old episodes that I wasn't part of. So
Yeah, get some real
yeah.
quality on those, really touch them up a bit. And so Kingdom Come, we're gonna be doing a lot of Tom King this year. So Miracle Man, Strange Adventures. We want to jump on a introspective on a few series. A few that we keep mentioning over and over. One being Daredevil. We're gonna kickstart off with Frank Miller's Daredevil, probably issue by issue, and we're gonna be doing Miracle Man issue by issue, which will be a lot of fun. I haven't. Neither one of us have reread it since the reprints. I don't even think I read it during the reprints. I think I read it right
Really?
before it was reprinted on my iPad.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I
and I
read
like
it.
torrented it at some point and had it on there.
I don't even know how I started reading it. I was like, oh, some random Alan Moore shit that Marvel got the rights for again. Okay, cool. And I was just like,
Yeah,
let me put it on the pull list.
yeah, dude, and it's with Neil Gaiman's story coming out, right now. I think it'll be fun just to go piece by piece and check out some of the in between stuff that not everyone knows about, like the Grant Morrison short story that's in Volume 3, um, which is interesting because there's such a beef between Morrison and Moore in a sense. I don't know if it really
I did
exists,
not know
but
that.
dude, Alan Moore talks shit about Grant Morrison very
Oh
publicly,
wow.
like very
Well,
publicly.
Alan Moore is just like he just hates comics now. So
Yeah, yeah. So, and then Morrison's like, dominates that shit. I don't know. Yeah, there's a whole debate between there. But yeah. So that's going to be going on. Going back to our commentaries, doing Batman the Animated Series and whatever movies we could fit in throughout the year. There's some cool stuff that's been out lately, dude. I don't know if you've seen like Dark Side War and the Constantine House of Mystery stuff.
no,
Um,
I haven't. I haven't really watched any animated movies.
I'd recommend those ones and the new Green Lantern one, Beware My Power, with Jon Stewart. It turned like
Mm.
Adam Strange is in it, and then it turns into this crazy Hal Jordan story, and it's fucking dope. Check those out if you ever get the chance. But we'll bring back some movie commentaries. I miss watching
Yeah.
the goofy fun stuff that I haven't seen. Like let's get back to like some '90s, '80s. Did we ever finish all the Swamp Things? I don't know. Like
I don't know. We watched I think 2 of
we
them.
didn't
Isn't
even
there?
do Swamp Thing this year.
No, because we were doing interviews.
Yeah, we were
Like
just
it was just
booked.
and there's still interviews planned, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more random people that just kind of jump in, and that
Yeah.
But I think this year so far, we're kind of just starting with a clean slate and just kind of going into what we used to do,
Yeah, exactly. We
outside of
want
the
to,
anthology, of course.
yeah, and cool stuff like that. And we like sprinkling in our indie stuff. That'll always come there. But this is all about us analyzing the craft and enjoying comics, and
Yeah,
showing you guys some stuff to get into while you're trying to find a way into comics. And we want to make that enjoyable for you too. So we'll be choosing some stuff. There's gonna be a lot more announcements that we're gonna be doing this year involving Apollo in ways you could support. Um, because stuff gets expensive, so we'll figure that out soon. And but
oh yeah,
yeah, it's been wild and such a good year. It's weird how we had less content this year, but we had bigger growth, and we've reached more people, and like we talked to more creators. We have more people following us. We have more people interested. We have more like spread across the country. We've interacted with people in different ways and different formats. Like we made a TikTok and all this crazy stuff, and Twitter's Twitter. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean? Who
don't know what's
knows how
going on
that?
with that
Yeah,
anymore.
nobody. Yeah, nobody knows about that. But like, it was our slowest year, but also like the most recognized year for the show. I want to
Mhm.
say.
I think I think for Apollo as a podcast, it slowed down for a bit, but as a entity,
And a
it grew.
community. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. And it's
I
kind
think
of
that's
wild
the
how that
better way to look
happens.
at it.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a blast, and we're still alive and kicking, and it's not going to go anywhere. I feel, um, but we're really excited to like read some fucking comics and talk to you guys and
Yeah,
do some stuff. And Danny and I will probably start drawing again soon once we get some stack. Fucker's been busy as shit lately, and
yeah.
so have I. But like,
He's
yeah.
been working 2 jobs, grinding away.
Yeah, and he like disappeared during October and November for a bit and was like doing some traveling stuff with family and all sorts of stuff. And
Yeah,
so, holidays, I feel like, around October, all habits kind of start going out the window for everybody
yeah.
in some sense, and that's just how it happens sometimes. But we got to get the Jack Kirby was on. I was on an episode
Yeah,
of
we
Jack
did
Kirby this
that
year.
Apollo episode, the birthday episode. We had a bunch of
Yeah,
guests.
Tommy was on there. Fucking Tommy.
Yeah.
Just hung out with Tommy for like an extra hour after everybody dipped. He was the guy that stayed after the party was over and just like finished having a beer with us,
Yeah. Still awake, wide awake, it's just totally
yeah,
fine.
just fucking vibing with it. That was fun. That was a great episode. We'll do some more live stuff. Maybe we'll do some live episodes this year. That'd be a good
Yeah.
idea. But
Just got to find the right episode to do it for,
yeah, exactly. And our YouTube grew like crazy this year too, which was we just started
It
slapping stuff
it
there.
like doubled in subscribers. I remember one point going, "Oh, look, it reached 100 and now we're like 2 I
Yeah.
just checked like 228."
Yeah, something like that. And like we don't advertise a lot of our stuff like that or I don't think we ever ask to follow subscribe or anything, which please follow subscribe, or hit that bell for alerts or whatever, however it goes. But it's cool that it's been very organic and it's been a very punk rock kind of way of reaching people and doing
Yeah.
it and DIY stuff. So we're going to keep that theme up and we're going to continue being punk rock about it and providing you content and doing more quality stuff and really being able to deep dive and have these discussions about comics. And, we're excited to be, I mean, at least hopefully on the roll. Who
Yeah.
knows what life's going to do in the next week or two, but we'll find out.
Who knows, right? But I'm excited just to have a book club. Just be here, just
Yeah.
at the end of the day, just talk about what we like talking about.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's, when we drift away from the comics too long, we kind of, not
Miss
that we
it.
forget what it's about, but we miss it,
Yeah.
It's why we're here, it's what we brought together. We got to do a fucking heavy metal commentary this year. God damn it.
You were
we've been
supposed to do
saying
like 2
it.
birthdays
I
ago.
know, dude. It's been so long. And I got like the new Blu-ray that's like all super fancy and nice. It's still in the plastic. I got to unwrap it and watch it. I got a steel case for it. So, but I don't know, man. That's kind of all we have going on right now. We've just been on it and planning and sorting and learning and I'm hyped to reach out to all these creators and I'm hyped for you all to see the anthology and I'm excited to put all this together and I'm like honored to like just like be able to do all this stuff that we do, like it's crazy.
It feels good to make something happen.
Yeah. But as we wrap up the new year, because I think when this comes out, it'll be the 31st. I don't know, man. Happy New Year. We did it.
Happy New Year.
We survived.
Made it. Yeah. Survived the holidays.
Okay, got through 2022 and it felt like the wildest year I think that we've ever had together. And it's cool just having another check mark of year of friendship, you know what I mean? Because we've been friends longer than you've been on the show.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
July 2019, dude.
Yeah. Fucking wild, dude. It's adding up there, So, in fact, this poster right here, fuck, I can't do this. This one right here, that's
the line.
That's the line poster. That's the one that Brandon and I stood in line for and got Todd McFarlane's signature on, and that's what brought us together. So I thought I'd toss that up. But we have new layouts. We have a lot more things coming. So I don't know, man. Any last words?
Hey, just as always, thanks for having me.
And thanks for hanging.